up, you guys? Today I am in the first real abandoned place here in Iceland. We're in an abandoned herring factory, which is a fish that they used to catch here in Iceland a long time ago. I'm joined here by Finn. We're going to explore this place. Make sure you check out his channel below. He's going to have some other footage on this as well. We're going to start exploring this place. This was an abandoned fish factory. It was built in 1942, between 1942 and 1944. It only lasted until 1952 because one day all the fish around Iceland just decided to leave. So they couldn't farm any fish anymore. So they just kind of left this place. And there's another place just like this down the road that we were going to film at, but they're actually filming the Justice League there right now. So we couldn't film at that one, but this one is really similar. It's also really cool. So we're going to go check out this place and see what there is. This is the whole factory right here. We're going to check this out in a second. But first, up here, we wanted to check this out. This looks like the oil drum where they would turn the fish into fish oil and they would store it in this thing. And you can actually get in there. We actually went up there. I got really muddy trying to go up there, so I'm going to actually go in it this time. Wow. Look at this. There's a little bit of light coming in from each corner too. So look at this. You can see these pipes here that ran all along the bottom. What kind of pipes are these? Geothermal pipes?
I think they're definitely something to do with keeping the liquid warm.
Yeah, the temperature. Probably something geothermal pipes warming it. I love exploring places in different countries because they're always so different. Like, I couldn't imagine a fish factory like this near where I live. I mean, I don't live near somewhere that's a big fish exporter, so going to other countries, you'd see different types of buildings. You don't get to see the same old hospital every day. Oh, look at that. Looks like an egg. Someone tried to cook an egg on the ground.
Sunny side up.
Is it frozen?
It's solidified.
So guys, this is the oil drum part of the abandoned fish factory. It's apart from the main fish factory. This is where they stored all the fish oil that they took from the herrings. Unfortunately, the herrings, left, so they only had about 8 or 10 years here in this factory. But we're gonna go check out the other part now. This is the most remote abandoned place in Europe, correct?
Correct.
The most remote abandoned place in Europe. It took us hours to get to this place, but we did it. This road right here actually runs through the town. It's a small town. There's like 3 houses here. But to get through the town, you have to actually take this road through the fish factory, which is pretty funny. And we just parked right here on the side. We're actually in a fjord right now. And we're in this very remote fjord in Iceland. So we are pretty far away from everyone. Any civilization at all. And this looks like ruins though. Check out this. Look at these metal parts just left here. This giant metal wire hanging here. Different machines to operate fish sorting. Whoa, look at that. You can just follow this hallway down to different rooms. In this one, it's an empty room. But this, you can follow down. Look, let's just. It opens up to more rooms. This is where all the scrap metal is. This stuff. This was some kind of machine. It has tires on it still. Some kind of probably some kind of tractor or something that pulled all the fish around. Look at that. The floor is falling out over there. That part is right underneath the water, so I'm not surprised. the water levels probably have risen in the past
Yeah, and the rooftops,
50 years.
I think they actually blew out in the storms.
Oh, really?
The leftovers, yeah.
This is what's left after the storms. Yeah, the storms here are pretty bad in the winter. I like the color of the moss though. The moss that has covered everything. Look, this was like a wooden door maybe.
What is this?
I think it's a door. I think it was one of those doors right there.
Now look at the whole thing here.
Oh yeah, but the whole thing. It kind of looks like the back of a tractor.
Yeah.
Something you'd pull.
Carry some heavy weight.
Yeah. Yeah, look, see, this is a truck cab right here. So it carried the fish, maybe. Maybe that tank carried fish in the back of it?
Was it oil?
Or oil. Yeah. Or fish oil. Oh, look at this ladder right here. Looks safe. Lots of scrap metal as well. But look at this over here. Check these out. So there's a cogwheel right there, and there's all these things that look like step ladders, but I think it actually turned and these chains moved some sort of fish sorting machine.
I actually don't think that is the stair. That is part of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what this looks like? I'm starting to figure this out. This thing, I think, was up at the top, and it actually moved the fish through this plant. So that's what this is, the center thing right here.
Here's the bridge.
Yeah.
Harbor.
So all the fish would move through this little canal in this building. And that is the chain that would move them.
So even this area is in danger of collapsing.
This whole thing is in danger of collapsing. All the storms, it just collapses every day, pretty much.
So this area, this fjord was full of activity and full of life, and actually was one of the most wealthy Icelanders at that time lived here. But you know, just in a second, the fish went away.
And so did the money.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think that the most wealthiest Icelander was out here, because there's really nothing out here other than this little fish factory. Fish is one of the main exports here in Iceland, and just driving around, not even here, there's such a plentiful amount of fish that the fishermen, they actually just have to take a boat out for 2 weeks. They go out like just right offshore and they get tons of fish. There's actually Russian and other ships that will come and try to take some of the fish here in Iceland, and the Coast Guard of Iceland will actually go out there and stop them because there's just such plentiful amount of fish that they don't even have to try very hard. These wooden plank, these driftwood planks right here, these came all the way from Siberia. 3 to 5 years it takes them to drift down this water canal right here. It takes them 3 to 5 years to get here. As you can see, there's not many trees here. All their wood is from driftwood, right? Yeah. That is so crazy.
No tree in Stranded.
Yeah, I don't see any trees around here. That is
There's
crazy.
Very little, small.
Little small trees?
Straw.
Bushes, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The highest.
It's like that.
You're not gonna make any houses from that.
Water bombs to prevent the Russians and the Germans to enter one of the fjords.
So this is a bomb?
Yeah,
That thing right there?
exactly. Some of them have drifted onto the shores
Right.
and exploded, of course,
What?
and it tears down all the windows. The glass breaks from it.
Yeah, I bet. Wow. So this, I'm guessing this one's not active?
No.
I hope. So this is a water bomb.
And you can see that they've taken out the, this is the ignition part. When there was a pole here, and if something touched it and pushed it in, then it will explode.
Oh, so if it hits something.
Yeah, if it hits something, like a ship.
Like a ship, yeah. Oh my god, so there's tons of these things floating down this river. Jeez. That is crazy.
That is so cool.
So now these guys are actually going to show us inside?
Yeah. So there was a house there, exactly like the same built, but it was so dangerous that they had to tear it down. That's why it's no longer standing.
And that's why they have this one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Það var sko fluttingað í bútum og endurbyggt. Áður var það á
Hjalteyri.
Veður.
Dun dun dun! Whoa.
The sound you hear,
Yeah.
it's a ghost. Ghost meeting.
It's a ghost.
Ghost meeting. Okay.
It's a ghost meeting.
Here we made our own electricity.
Yeah, awesome.
The water from the mountain come here.
Wow. Look at that. Check that out. That is really cool. So what is all this? This is how they operated the fish factory.
Yeah, they made a meal, mjöl.
Lýsi, fyrst og fremst lýsi. Mostly omega-3 oils.
Oh yeah, the fish oils.
Fish
Yeah.
oils, and also the stuff that you powder. Fish powder. Yeah, fish powder basically.
Fish powder,
Fish
okay.
powder, and but most of all is the oil. That was the most worth.
Was that actually kept in that thing over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be careful.
Það þannig að síldin landaði þrætnar.
So,
This is where the herring came up, and it went through this pipe, and it was spinning and spinning, and along with that, there was a 300-degree Celsius steam
wow.
boiling it. So it was really liquid, the fish, after going through this pipe.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it go all the way over there.
So what would that do when it was all liquid? After
still-
it just turned into fish oil?
Úr sjóðarunum, þetta er sjóðarinn, úr sjóðarunum fer grauturinn í pressuna.
Okay. So from here it goes to the press.
Oh,
This
okay.
is the liquid of the fish.
Og það sem pressan gerir, hún pressar þurrefnið frá vökvanum. Vökvan frá þurrefninu.
Okay, and the press, what the press does is it takes out all the liquid and leaves all the dry stuff, or the dry herring.
Oh.
Og nú skulum við sjá.
So you have two separate things from this.
Yes.
Wow, that's really cool.
It's such a big wheel.
That's a big press.
14 tonn.
14 tons.
It was two of them.
There was two. Okay, so there's one over there too.
Ah, I see.
Þessi verksmiðja
So this is what separates it.
There's actually two of them, which made it a unique for its time here in Iceland. Having two of these here, that was a really big part. And what it does is it separates the liquid and the dry stuff, and it goes over to this machinery over
This
here.
one right here in the middle.
And this one here drains out the three types of liquid: the blood, the oil, and water. And it goes over this area, and
It's over here, Ronnie.
takes them apart.
Wow.
Svo er hér á ný og þurrefni úr pressunum og fór hérna yfir í næsta sal.
Okay. And that's where the dry stuff goes down and into the next room.
Oh, for processing
Yeah.
after that.
Into the dryer. Guess that's the next room, the dryer.
This room's called the dryer.
Yeah.
Þetta er ofnarnir.
So there was a big vacuum here that completely dried out the dry stuff. That was the final process of it, I guess. Yeah. Big tank here.
Wow.
Drying it, spinning it.
Sýna hérna eitt áður. Þetta er nokkur eldurinn.
Oh wow.
Look at that.
En hvað skildi hafa verið aðal umræðefni meðal þeirra sem voru hér? Stríðið. Stríðið var á fullri ferð.
Ah. Look at that. So what was that
Það voru
for?
alltaf stríðsfréttir.
So there, he was saying the topics, the guys that were working here, it was usually girls and then the war.
Ah.
Those are the big topics here.
Most important.
Those are they're like cave drawings.
Yeah.
Careful one.
Oh wow.
This is cattle house.
Can you put it
All the energy who the factory need come from here. Coal, burning coal.
Hittir sko.
Oh, so they burn the coal here for the energy.
And take the water,
Yeah.
heat it up, and the steam through everything.
The steam is what powered the turbine. So it's a steam powered. Oh, that's so cool.
Allur hiti kom frá gufu sko. En svo voru það dísilvélar sem það var rafmagn. Já, það er rafmagn sko.
And look at these old doors.
And the men stay here and put the coal in
Yeah, they'd shovel the coal in.
every day.
Well, that was great. This is the owner of the land.
Yeah.
And he just took us on a private tour around this area.
No one has been here. No tourists come here.
No.
That was awesome. Guys, that was such a sick experience. This owner of this place, he was so kind. These Icelanders are so nice. They just took us around this inside of this place. It's all kind of barred up and because it's very unsafe in there, but he took us around and showed us this place. He owns this whole property and he was just giving us the explanation. Luckily I had Finn here to translate the whole thing so we could kind of understand what happens in this whole herring factory. And now we have a lot better understanding.
Absolutely.
That's it for today. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Make sure you subscribe to Finn. I'll have his link down below, and I will see you guys next time.
The office.
The bathroom office?
You know office.
The office. Yes.